we're in their age bracket, guys.
We are in their age bracket.
We don't look anything like that. We got beyond that
yourself.
Manny, you got at best you got a bad. Yeah, I don't care, Manny. You are in this age bracket whether you like it or not because you're hanging around old motherfuckers like us. I'm just saying you have a dad bod. We're not Jack.
Mid-40s.
I am.
That's true.
Manny and Marcus, though, let me just tell you, with this picture right here of AJ Styles and Randy Orton, I'm telling you this right now. I have no doubt in my mind that Triple H wellness policy is not as strict as Vince McMahon's wellness policy because I don't think this is a clean body build right here. Because AJ
I don't
looks
think
a lot bigger.
for weed here either.
Yeah, I suspected that too.
Morgan.
Oh no, I suspected that with Matt Riddle that they're not testing for weed, maybe mushrooms, whatever else Riddle was on.
Welcome everybody to the show. I'm Eric.
I'm the middle of the Oreo today, Lord Manny Hayes.
And I am the outside cookie, the part that's underrated, but the most important part of the Oreo.
Well, I'm the first cookie. I'm the one that you lick first to get the little bit of Manny that's left on there. Off, just like there it is.
Ew.
Why did you make it disgusting?
You get the leftover Manny residue. That's
you got
gross.
leftover Manny, you know.
You get Manny cream.
Been there, done that. It happens.
Manny's covered in cream. You got a little bit of Manny's cream. I'm just on the outside going, hey.
You know why? It's so happy because it's about to be holiday after this episode. So we're going to give you guys the most juiced up, yoked out, buff edition of this show. And the question I have for you guys.
Well, hold on. How have you dictated what level of effort we're putting in today? Because I'm phoning it in today. It's the last day. It's Christmas. I mean, I ain't doing anything today.
Hold on. Do. Guys, Eric, I don't know if you got this phone call, but I'm phoning it in as well.
Oh, well, fuck you guys. I'm bringing all the energy because the first thing, you know what?
That thumbnail didn't look like it.
Hey, I did that.
It looked like we're doing a Chippendale.
I did the thumbnail 15 minutes ago. But with that being said, you see how jacked Randy is. You saw how jacked AJ was. I guarantee you, there's a reason why the tribal chief didn't take off his jumpsuit. He ain't looking like that.
He looking more like Solo and Jimmy.
The tribal chief was putting on the pounds to be the tribal Santa this year.
Yeah, so me and Manny on the show was talking about WWE Studios, how we miss, some of their shitty movies.
Yeah.
Like, and we brought 12 rounds, which is beloved in this circle, which you
I've
need
never
to see.
seen 12 rounds to this day.
You need to see it. Best John Cena movie ever. And we talked about the what if they did WWE Studios movie with Roman Reigns and they called it the Tribal Claus. And it's him
Marcus, believe it or not,
that's Santa Claus.
Marcus, I believe I was paying attention to the show when you brought that up on Tuesday. I was there where you guys talk about it. And remember, I made the comment in the chat that Solo and Jimmy would have to wear elf hats.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Eric was in the chat.
I was there that day.
That was Tuesday. That was a Thursday.
That was Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
That
was Tuesday. Group. Yes. There's not many things I remember, but I do remember that Tuesday that I spent with you guys in the chat because I was waiting all day for UPS to deliver me a package.
Oh, did they sort that out? Off topic.
Meat. Man, so much to talk about, so little time. Liv Morgan driving dirty, high on weed.
All right, Eric, can you give me your best news headline for Liv Morgan getting arrested?
Liv Morgan's arrested, yo. I don't have anything.
Arrested in Florida.
Girl couldn't find a gimmick, but she found the weed. Tune in to 10 to find out more.
Minnie, what's your best headline?
Oh, Lucia Dog did it. He's planting drugs on her.
Lucia planted drugs on Liv Morgan. Fine. If you guys are going to give creative headlines, I will. White woman caught living Morgan.
Wow. You put a lot of effort into this, Marcus.
I put 30 seconds before I said it.
Yeah, but maybe you're just a little bit more creative than both Manny and I. And you said you was phoning it in. You're not phoning it in, sir.
Just a little bit.
You're not phoning it in.
But she was arrested for weed and what I call not the most damning mugshot of all time. When you go, that's a mugshot.
Yeah, I was like,
mugshot.
It looked like a mug. It looked the reason why people cheer Liv Morgan. She had that adorable doughiness to her, like you know, she looked kind of lost in space. We're like, you know what? There it is.
I'm 100%
this
innocent.
Like a start of a TikTok video of get ready with me before I put on my makeup.
I mean, like, she went from posing with MJF at the Claw premiere to getting busted for smoking weed. I mean,
but this is what happens when you hang out with Lana too much, or CJ Perry.
Well,
CJ Perry.
Hold on, you guys. Let's not vilify Liv for this one. She's out there smoking a little weed, some of the devil's lettuce. That's it. And
Yeah, but she was
in
driving,
any other
Marcus.
state, if she was in any
driving,
other state other than Florida, she'd be okay.
She was driving, Marcus.
You don't know if she was smoking the devil's lettuce while she was driving.
She was still high,
They just smelled marijuana in the car.
Just saying, Marcus. Sitting it like this, I don't know. I'm not happy about that. And then, you know what? Speedy recovery also to Kenny Omega, because he really didn't tell me what was wrong with him, but I saw him in the hospital. I know you guys told me in the chat room, and I was upset that when he sent me his post on Instagram, he didn't let me know when he was in the hospital.
Nah, it's karma, Eric. It was karma. In AEW Fight Forever, that game, the F5 is called diverticulitis. So, who was the head producer of that game? Mr. Kenny Omega.
As El Luchador says, she's a white woman in America. She's gonna be all right. Yeah, she will be, man.
She'll be all right.
Yeah,
unless Florida got some weird ass laws.
Kenny Omega being out, is that a loss to the Winnipeg Jets or whatever they call it?
The Golden Jets.
The Golden Jets.
But
I didn't realize how bad their promo was until this week. And you know what? I think that's the best thing that could have happened, because nothing was good coming out of this feud between Big Bill, Ricky Starks, and Chris Jericho. And like, I'm just glad Chris Jericho stays away from the tag team titles.
Yeah, that promo was rough this week, man.
That was bad.
But we can talk about that when we get into this week with Eric, because I have some things I need to talk about, and I'm talking about somebody named John Moxley winning a fucking match, but whatever. I'm not.
Oh, the week with Eric comes up soon, guys. But before we get into that, we go into Friday Night SmackDown.
Acknowledge him. Green Bay, Wisconsin was the first people to see Roman Reigns since the Crown Jewel. Marcus, how did it feel? Because you've been stood up many times by the Tribal Chief, Marcus, many times. How did it feel to see that your once beloved town, known as the Green Bay, got to see?
Why is it once beloved?
I think you still like the Packers. I believe you do.
It's more love than ever, Eric. I believe in Jordan Love.
I'm glad you do, Marcus. Because I do too. Anyway.
I like that.
Mark, now you seem like you're Seth Rollins, Marcus. Don't be upset.
Hold on. Hold on. You and Manny with your side effects and your graphics. I just want to tell you, with every fiber in my being, I hate you.
So Betty, I'll ask you this question since Marcus got hate in his heart. He might need a timeout. Did you acknowledge Roman Reigns? Did you put your finger in the air as he made his entrance?
I didn't. I didn't. I'm done with him.
Oh, Daddy's
keeps abandoning it. He keeps abandoning us. At least CM Punk has the nerve to apologize for abandoning us.
Who's the worst father at this point in wrestling? Is your father the Tribal Chief or CM Punk?
Well, let me point out though, my daddy came back home and he's joked out and he's ready to whoop people's ass.
Him your daddy now.
Hey,
which one is your daddy?
Randy, man. Randy came back. You know, I've been riding with Randy for a long time.
I forgot Daddy's coming back.
Yeah, I mean that's what he said. He looked like somebody, Daddy. Shantae said, "Okay," because I'm gonna forget this one. Shantae had the unfortunate thing of watching Dynamite with me, and they was talking about the Gold Cup and the Blue Cup, and she said, I quote, "Are they playing bingo or something?" She did not, and I just laughed. I was like, what? But anyway, back to it. This segment for me was actually quite hilarious, and it was because of Jimmy fucking Uso. I don't know, Betty, you've worked
hype me up
in places, and I'm pretty sure you've had employees who
you mean promotion season?
Yeah, promotion.
And then you do so much work, and then someone else gets praised.
Someone's
gonna get a foot through their face.
Betty, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
about that, Betty.
Promotion season, where you have that one person who thinks that they deserve a promotion and think they're going to get the promotion, but they really ain't did shit. How many Jimmy Usos have you met in your life? Because Jimmy didn't deserve no promotion. He didn't do nothing.
Too many Jimmy Usos.
It's damn tragedy, Eric.
He took the jacket off, Marcus. When he took the jacket off.
That man warmed up and was like, "Ooh, he really talking about me. He really talking about me and putting it on his word. Let's go." But I don't know why Jimmy thought he was gonna be the one he talking about when he super kicked the tribal chief. He attacked the tribal chief this year.
I mean, Marcus, you also want to point out that he didn't even want to be a part of the tribal chief life in so many different ways. He was totally anti-tribal chief. Remember, he didn't want anything to be done. And then he keeps saying yeet. So, I mean, he keeps pissing the ball.
No,
but I also say that Solo ain't really did nothing either to deserve this role.
Solo's interfered in all these matches.
Hey, Solo I think he retired John Cena, the greatest communicator ever, according to Paul Heyman.
Yeah, that man can't even communicate his own retirement because of Solo. Solo killed AJ Styles. Solo helped him retain his title in multiple defenses. Solo out there living his best. Solo is the reason Drew McIntyre is out there killing people because he's the one that interfered. Solo's the MVP of the bloodline. He's the only one there every week.
Could be. El Luchador says Jimmy is playing a goofball, delusional character, and he's here for it. And then he goes on to say Jimmy is greater than Jay. Now, Manny, do you agree with that? Is Jimmy greater than Jay, or would you take Mr. who got his yeet back this week over Jimmy?
No, see, what's happened here is El Luchador needs to be arrested with Liv Morgan because that tape was ridiculous and he needs to be drug tested. Because all we need to know is when this man comes out, we having a good time and getting out of breath.
This is my new workout routine. But Manny, I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to say I prefer Jimmy over Jay right now. I like the aspect of Jimmy being a goofball, a fool, just an absolute idiot. Who's basically, I'm going to say, Mike Epps in Friday After Next in Top Chart Security of the World, who thinks he's doing the best job, but is actually fucking everything up. So Jimmy is on his best life. Like, even when Jimmy was on the couch that time after getting beat up, and the tribal chief was like, I'm on the IR, I'm on the IR, Like, little things like that. And then, again, the best example was this week, him in the background hyping himself up like he talking about me, him getting all hot and bothered by taking off his jacket like, I can't wait for him to say my name. And then when Roman said Jimmy, and that man almost ran up to hug Roman, help me congratulate your brother Solo. That was heartbreaking shit.
El Luchador, I can see Jimmy and Jay at Mania. That might be an interesting turn of events for them. I mean, it's something to do.
I have to say, teaming up again by that time.
I like Jimmy. I like Jay. They're both doing what they need to do. However, I think I was so happy, and I know Manny was disappointed to see Roman back because Roman to this day still has the best facial expressions in the game. And I want to talk about the moment where Randy almost RKO'd him and the look on Roman's face of the audacity of this motherfucker to come in here and try to get me. And then also, how did you guys let him get that close to me? He looked like a scorn. He kind of reminded me of Scar from, Lion King, where he just couldn't believe the nonsense that was going on. I was glad to see Roman, but I know Roman ain't going to be there for the long haul.
I think he's there next week, Eric.
No, I don't think he's there next week. I think his next appearance is January.
Wait a minute. They tape both shows together. He should be there.
No, that's next week they're taping both shows together.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was this week.
No, it's next week.
Oh, damn. I thought I saw somewhere it was like results for next week's SmackDown.
But it was funny because Shantae was watching SmackDown with
me. No, it is this week.
And I know
the whole holiday week off.
And I know she has a slight bias when it comes to Randy Orton, but she was like, she actually thought it was quite entertaining. She was like, yeah, Roman, he's coming for it. Like, so she believed in Randy to be able to get it accomplished to break the streak. I can see where she's coming from. I don't think he's the one. But what can I say?
And you ain't gonna do this in the middle of the January or February. He's gonna lose the title at Mania at this point, and it can only be the one of two men, and that's CM Punk and your boy Cody. Eric,
I don't think Cody gonna finish the story, man. I think CM Punk ruined that.
Finish the story.
Now moving on to SmackDown debuts. As I predicted, Carmelo Hayes would be the person representing NXT, and he went against his former foe, Grayson Waller. And I will point out for a showcase of him going to the main roster. I thought Melo did a very good job. I saw flashes of what AJ did when he showed up on the main roster, where he was hitting a little bit harder, being a little bit more crisper with his moves. Marcus, how do you feel Melo did in his first match of the U.S. Championship Contender Tournament?
My brother, I want to start this off with a rant. And you know who I'm coming after? Tony Khan. I'm coming for you, N-word, inserted. I'm coming for you. All I need are these little boxes for your tournament. And I would care just a little bit more. Because that's all Melo got. He got a description of who he is and a quick video package. And you were like, okay, I'm all in. I know who he is, but I feel like TV-wise, these people don't know who Melo is. No one's watching NXT. And I feel like that did enough for people. And another benefit was that he got to fight basically one of his boys that he fought in NXT with Grayson Waller. So they already have that built-in chemistry. They did moves I ain't never seen them do before and stuff like that.
He let it fade away fairly easy, which sometimes he don't land that often.
Well, it wasn't the fadeaway that got me that fucked me up. It was when Grayson Waller did the overdrive on the top rope and they were just
the overdrive got me. The overdrive got me.
And I went, what the hell? What the hell's that? Oh, but just a lot of moves, and I thought it was a good showing. I'm not shocked he won, but then I thought he may lose when his trick knee was acting up, which they failed to bring up was caused by an unknown assailant.
But Manny, I'm going to let you speak, but I also would like to point out that I love what the announcers was doing in this situation, where they gave us a little bit of history between Grayson Waller and Melo about how there was some jealousy between Melo and Waller because Waller made it to SmackDown first, but then Melo is the one who broke his leg. I was like, hey, you know what? I like these little tidbits to give a little bit of history to it. And looking at the brackets, you kind of thought Waller was going to win because I kind of like, let me tell you, the brackets for the U.S. title tournament is so intriguing. There's a lot of matchups that I want to see. But Manny, how about you speak on Melo's match with Grayson Waller?
I don't necessarily care about the match. It's something you said about it. The last time he appeared on Raw with Trick for something, I can't remember what it was. And me and Marcus covered
Bobby.
it.
They walked in with Bobby.
They went to see Bobby or something like that, or they were on SmackDown. But he always just seems to belong. Like whenever you see him on Raw or you see him crop up this week on SmackDown, he looks like he belongs. And even when you go on a little bit later in the night, when
we can talk about the boy when he speaks to Kevin Owens.
When Kevin Owens is being interviewed, and then he pops up in Kevin Owens' interview, he just seemed like he belonged. They also brought up how when Kevin Owens came up, he had that thing with John Cena where he beat John Cena. And he brought up it's this kind of similar thing with Melo. It just felt very like, you know what, Melo should be up here and he belongs up here. And when he does inevitably come up here, it's going to be a smooth transition.
Manny, piggybacking on what you said, because we will say that his size is, he is smaller than other people. But like you said, he belonged in that segment with Kevin Owens. Could you see Melo actually making it to the finals? Because there's a part of me that feels like he could get the upset and beat Kevin Owens.
I don't think so, because they're building to this whole Kevin Owens, Logan Paul thing. And I think Austin Theory and Grayson are just there to kind of help Logan out, because I think they're his goons, just unnamed goons, but they're his
unnamed goons. They're like pretty deadly for Austin Theory.
Yeah.
For the record, Austin Theory is ripped. Like his interest, I was like, oh man, he's doing Bobby Lashley's interest. But therefore, though, Marcus, I don't go to you. Your boy Kevin Owens, he had to be. It was unlocked. It was unlocked, Marcus.
Man, he was in the middle of a
thought. Know, it's okay. He's phoned it in today, so he's okay with forgetting that thought. Because I want to get your take on this one, Marcus. Austin Theory made a mistake. He unlocked the secret cheat code for Kevin Owens that he had a cast on his hand and he can knock motherfuckers out with it, Marcus. Did you like the realization of Kevin Owens knowing that he had a weapon in the ring in order to win his match?
I've never had a broken or a cast on.
Mark, your figure shows that.
I never had a cast on. And I never had a cast on, but I'm pretty sure it weighs enough that I remember that I can use it as a weapon. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to just realize that in the middle of the match. And he should be outlawed and banned from being able to use such weapons. With that being said, I thought they had a really nice match. And I look forward to the Melo versus Owens next week.
I look forward to Santos versus Bobby. I think these brackets...
That's different. Bobby's going to kill that man.
I don't know. These brackets got me entertained, man. I'm entertained. I was happy.
You're a hippo in the crate. You don't treat the Continental Classic like this, Eric.
But then I got because we're gonna talk about that, man.
You're an asshole.
We're gonna talk about that. But then we had a moment on SmackDown where I'm like, oh my God, the new Lacey Evans is here. I guess we're rebranding Karrion Kross again. He gets another package that he's making threats. And he
was making threats last time.
To Karrion Kross credit, he makes
come to me and say TikTok, Eric.
But he makes some of the best threat videos out there. However,
but normally they're not in color. Normally they're in they're in noir.
Well, Dijak just stole his noir look. Dijak just stole that promo.
But can I tell you guys, Marcus, you give me Dijak and Karrion Kross together with somebody else, that might be a faction. Like Eddie Thorpe got to watch out.
No, you gotta say it. So you gotta say it now, Eric. You gotta say it.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
You gotta say it. Say it.
You put Dijak and Karrion Kross together. What do you call it?
Well, Karrion Kross was Latino, so he ain't white.
No, Eric. Eric, you know what the name is.
You know the name. We've been saying for a week. We kept giving this team a new name. You probably forgot.
This team name exists, but we keep giving the name to other people.
I'm sorry, I failed you guys. I don't remember.
The Authors of Pain.
Yes, you guys did say that.
And the Authors of Pain. That we have given multiple teams this name. Like I think we teamed Joe Gacy and Karrion Kross go to the Authors of Pain. Ivar and Bronson Reed are the Authors of Pain. And then Dijak is, and it was another person in Dijak.
Dijak and
Briggs.
Cowboy.
Briggs. Yeah, the Authors of Pain.
So watching this
episode. Naming every new tag team.
Watching this episode, they could be top flight security also, as what El Luchador said. That'd be hilarious.
Top flight to the world, Craig.
World. A moment that brought me back to my old age, gave me some reminiscence. It was a segment backstage where it just took me back to Yo MTV Raps, where you just had a bunch of people in the back talking shit, and you could tell that they don't like one person. And that was Damage Control, where Bailey is cutting the promo, talking about how she put people together, how EO's in this, the reunion of the Kabuki Warriors. And then my favorite part, random Dakota Kai just walks in from the off scene like
from a made-up step she created. Yeah. She made these things up.
I was like, what we doing? What we doing?
Can we first talk about the cinematography that was going on here?
Yes. It was like a choreography.
This was done perfectly. I think they hired whoever does Shinsuke's.
Hey. Shinsuke might be my favorite villain, man. His videos he's getting so much better. It's like they almost is like they're building that they know they're signing Okada, and they gonna have Nakamura and Okada at WrestleMania just for no reason.
If they ever did that, I'm not watching WWE anymore because they fucking around. That's fucking around too much.
I'm just saying.
But we don't sign Okada, and we're gonna give you Shinsuke Okada at WrestleMania.
Yeah, why not?
Any context?
Why not? Marcus, you don't need context for that.
You just did that.
Mark, let me point out. Nakamura is evil. He's lost his mind. He's the evil villain. He done learned how to do shit. Okada is purity at his best. Come on, it writes itself.
I didn't know we were going Japanese on Japanese crimes. I thought Manny was about to go penis, but that was his Rainmaker.
So, Manny, I should went to Marcus, but
this one.
I went to you last. But Manny, so the Kabuki Warriors come out, and they get jumped by one half of the LWO and one half of we don't know if she has a faction in Michin, but they end up losing the match.
Brothers.
Manny, I was hoping that this jumping would have led to no match because I would have showed how important the jumping was. But no, it just shows that they were jobbers, and quite frankly,
they needed TV time. That's why the match continued. Zelina and Michin will never be seen on TV again, and if they didn't get this to the ring,
Manny, I have an update. They will be on next week in that 8-woman tag match. That I looked at Bianca's team now that Charlotte's not there. I go, oh, baby, you in trouble. Shotzi Blackheart shouldn't be what you leading on.
Nah, man, that's a lot of work right there.
Michin and Zelina should not be what you leading on. You need to bring back in Sasha real quick because they need
Sasha more than anything right now. Maybe Charlotte gave Becky her number. I'm not sure, but something needs to happen. But Marcus, let me point out that you know how you pointed out how the Contenders Cup in AEW needed some little packages.
Continental Classic, damn it.
Contenders Cup.
Well, shit, I'm still waiting for Breakthrough to happen.
What bad reality show are you on right now where the Contenders Cup is happening?
I don't know.
I'm Guy Fieri, and welcome to Contenders Cup.
Hey, you know what? This is what happened. This is what happens. This is what happens when I don't work with from notes, but I think it's better because you guys enjoy when I messed up. But if there was a Contenders Cup in AEW, Marcus, I thought WWE did a very good job in this next segment where they gave us little vignettes, Marcus. We had Escobar, who pointed out that he understands what it meant to be well dressed. And he put it, I was like, you right. And then you go to Bobby, whose suit was nice, but his glasses was out of control.
What do you think about Logan Paul talking shit about everybody before every match?
I think it makes this whole tournament... It makes the whole tournament important because, like, he's clearly the bad guy in the situation, so no one needs to like him. But, like, also, there's a lot of despicable people in this faction too. So this tournament might be one of the more entertaining tournaments, and I know that's my WWE bias talking right now.
No, Eric, you are treating this tournament like we are treating Shohei Ohtani joining the Dodgers. And then this is the Messiah of Los Angeles. And this is the greatest thing that ever happened to baseball. Meanwhile, while he was playing on the Angels, when he was like, what team was he playing for again? What was it? What's his name?
Because I don't understand the English reporting of this, because I don't understand the deferral of money. I never defer money.
Manny,
what does this mean? What does this mean?
Manny, it gives the Dodgers more flexibility to put more money into other players so they avoid the luxury tax.
Does that mean he's getting that money in the end of it?
At the end, once his contract, he's going to be the new Bobby Bonilla Day. So because I think his contract ends in 10 years, and I think Bobby Bonilla ends in 2025 or something like that. So he would have his money. So it happens. But like the thing that I thought was the most
we got that picture. We got glasses out. I was like, "Oh, we crazy."
The most damning thing was like in the recruitment speech, they had something and used something that you wanted to use at the beginning. They dusted off the old Kobe Bryant video, convincing Shohei Ohtani to sign with the Dodgers, and I was like,
"This is gonna last for years in LA."
Like, how the hell do you use that shit? Like you should have deleted it. Like, I mean, You gave a dead man's speech of recruiting you to the team.
Kobe Bryant is the Tupac of sports right now. And you use him on anything, and people of a certain age, old and probably younger, who got to, just experience his retirement era, are going to go like, well, shit, Kobe Bryant said this man, all right? I got to go here.
I think his deferment had helped them sign Tyler Glasnow to his extension of 5 years and 130. Man, it's
building a monster. They're building a monster here in Dodger Stadium, where I'm at work and people are talking about the Dodgers, and it's rare. It's rare because baseball is, not in this circle. You hear every other sport, but people who don't talk about baseball are trying to talk about baseball right now, and it's exciting. It's exciting winter for Dodger fans.
So speaking of the what the fuck moment, we don't even need to talk about Randy versus Jimmy. We need to talk about Bloodline. They getting their licks in. LA Knight comes out. Although Randy told this man, I don't want to fuck with you no more. And you know what? Randy did it politely. Randy could have punched him in the face and said, stop fucking with me. I don't need your help.
I'm Major League, you big card.
Yeah, dude. We can end on good terms. We can do this fine. Let's have an amicable split. We gotta win, but we ain't a thing. You ain't the number one Kingston.
You ain't Matt Riddle.
You
ain't replacing Matt Riddle.
You ain't replacing Matt Riddle. But needless to say, LA Knight still don't know how to keep his nose clean. So he goes down there, he intertwines himself, and he gets some of the business. I don't know what happened. I don't know why this happened. All I know, AJ came back to work. He said, you know what? Fuck all these people in the ring. He come out there, he make the save, he licked jukes. Roman is shocked. Next thing you know, guess what? AJ got beef with LA Knight, and he fucks LA Knight out. And let me tell you why this is so perfect. This is a perfect feud because it gets LA Knight out of any type of title picture. Because you have no claim to the title, LA Knight. You lost. Bye. Go to the back to the line. Jesus. Don't pass go. Bye. Yeah. Talk to me.
Ain't no lie. Bye.
I mean, You know, if Randy's called himself daddy, AJ might as well be stepdaddy because stepdaddy home now too. You know, fuck you.
I would call him stepmom with that beautiful hair of his.
But then Marcus, let me ask you a question. He
stepmom.
walked past Roman, just walked past him. So is they beef squash because he's a bad guy, or
I got my licks in. I got Solo and him. I'm done. My personal beef is with LA Knight for reasons I don't understand. I'm gonna say,
do you know why? I mean, I don't like LA Knight, so I understand.
I feel like it's AJ getting back at LA Knight for John Cena. LA Knight jumped into his spot.
He did. You're right.
Spot.
Look at when being a journalist
when he got put through all that stuff and electrocuted.
I jumped on whatever.
If he would have had his back better, this would have never happened. You're right.
I would like to also think that AJ has a little PTSD from that. I think I would. After seeing, I'm like beat up already, and I look up and I see a 300-pound Samoan jump on me, and then only for me to explode after. I think I got a little PTSD.
I mean, overall, I thought, Roman, when he's on the show, it gives a certain bit of energy to the show, but I can't even give him that much credit. But this was a very fun episode of SmackDown, and I look forward to next week's to find out who makes it to the finals of the tournament for Logan Paul's title. I really don't know. I would love to see Bobby versus Carmelo, just because of the earlier where they were talking to each other. That would be very interesting to me. But Marcus, I think you're right. Kevin Owens probably will get the win.
Yeah, I don't want to see, when you look at these brackets, I don't think any of these people should be fucking with Bobby right now, even though.
No. I like me some Santos, but this is a road man to be fucking with right now.
And I think Kevin's only going to beat Bobby due to the help of the cast. The power of the punch is going to help him through this. But, Santos is dead next week, Eric.
I know he is.
I like Santos, but.
I know he is, Marcus. I know.
I think the bingo is going to be closed.
You know what? I think Carmelo feels like he works? He's the youngest man on the show. I feel like everybody, maybe Solo and him are the two youngest people on the show. Everybody else is old.
I'll tell you guys this right now.
Waller's quite young.
Waller's in his 30s.
Who?
Waller.
Right, that's still young in wrestling terms.
Yeah.
Speaking of young wrestlers, my new guy right now might be Oba Femi. That man looked impressive.
You come and try and jump on that train. We were on that train.
Because you guys did a show earlier.
First of all, no. This is last year. When he debuted and then disappeared forever.
Oh, he did.
This man was throwing couches, fridges, every appliance known to man.
He was replacing Odyssey Jones. And Odyssey Jones has seen 3
for the record, Odyssey Jones is still missing.
He's been replaced by Oba Femi and who me and Manny has dubbed. Oh shit, what was his last name? Draymond, what was the last name? Fuck.
Wilder.
Draymond Wilder. The other black guy that came out
the man got a look to him.
Breakout tournament.
And technically, Miles Bourne could have a look to him too if he didn't have that stupid tattoo going down his back.
Miles Bourne should be dead. He should be dead. If it wasn't for his UK voice and his white skin, he should be dead because Draymond Wilder looked more impressive than him.
No, that's Osborne. You're talking about Osborne.
Oh. Which one? Who?
Miles Bourne is the one that lost earlier in the night to Oba Femi, I think, and he's the one
who lost to Oba Femi.
He's the one that's kind of been in and out of Gulag's group.
Oh, so I got Osborne and that guy mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, Rory Osborne that's the one that she likes.
Yeah, who got his ass whooped, and I thought she'd have lost that match, but because
that might be the next great English hope because Ben Carter or what his WWE name ain't the guy.
Nathan Frazier?
Nathan Frazier with his hairline going like this.
Yeah, Riley Osborne defeated Keanu Carver, Marcus. That's who he deleted.
Okay.
Keanu Carver is who we named Draymond Wilder.
Yeah.
Because that pounce was disgusting.
and man, he looked like a monster. He came in with that physicality. I'm like, I don't think anybody's surviving this dude.
And let me just point out, really.
Shout out to Bear Hill.
Mello, you ain't shit. We all know your knee didn't get. Bear Hill got shot. He got. They took the Bear down.
Eric, what's your commentary on the assassination of Bear Hill?
Marcus,
for Lexi King.
Mark, they realized this was a bad idea, and I do appreciate.
What was a bad idea, Eric? Say it out loud.
Call him Bear Hill. Call him Bear Hill, Mark. We didn't have Bearcat. We didn't have Bear Hill.
No, 2 Native Americans can't be on my wrestling show, Eric. There's no room. There's no room.
But I also want to point out that
man, put him together.
I am happy that Lexus King decided to go online and point out that registered Lex offenders is not a good term for his fans. That he says, no, we should not do that. He likes the creativity, but that's a little bit too far.
That's a lie.
I would agree. That's a lie. They was crossing that lie. They crossed that line.
If they would have went to that line, Eric, would you have signed up to be a registered Lex offender?
Marcus,
are you getting on the Lex Express?
His drawn-in beard. I mean, he's like a more sleazier Val Venis without porn. It's something about him.
The 15th wrestler we compared this man to.
I mean, the thing about it, you have to really think about this in context. This man was teaming with Griff Garrison in AEW, and we only cared about Griff.
I didn't care about Griff.
I didn't care about Griff. You cared about Griff because he looked like Jungle Boy and you called him Jungle Man.
Maybe I did. Needless to say, when his contract expired with AEW, we were like, well, that's it for Brian Pillman Jr. He ain't going to do nothing. Next thing you know, the rumors came out, and I'm going through the whole history of his signing, that WWE has signed Brian Pillman Jr. You're like, why the fuck would you do that? So they did that. And then I guess they gave him the Jade Cargill treatment. You know, we're going to put you through our machines.
That's not the Jade Cargill treatment. The Jade Cargill treatment is ESPN going to show up on every show. Look like $1,000. No, $1 million. Whereas Lexus King came out here looking like a $2 bill.
Well, he came out looking like a $2 bill, but then he had the video package. You know, we thought he was gonna be loving his daddy, and then come to find out he can't stand his daddy, and that's what piqued Marcus' interest.
You know, I brought my daddy issues with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot of different things that went down, and then like,
I know you gave this backstory. Where do you stand right now? Because it's a week-to-week basis with you and Brian Pillman Jr. Eric, where do you stand?
Currently, I like him.
As he is the 4th member of the AEW Exodus, as it's called.
Currently, I like him.
Manny, what say you about the 4th AEW?
I can't stand him. Member? The attack of Bear Hill would push me over the edge. The attack of Bear Hill pushed me over the edge. I feel like this attack was racial.
I feel like this was white privilege at its best, though, that he got put in the tournament after taking somebody out. Wait, you should not be rewarded with being into this tournament.
Wait, was he put into the tournament? I missed that.
Yeah, he played Bear Hill.
Oh, shit, I thought Bear Hill was
Ava Raine came out and announced this. The other useless person, generation.
Yes, you were right the first time. The other useless person on NXT.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I was trying to get there, but I was saying useless child of a famous wrestler, I guess.
Oh, useless generations.
Yeah.
Because
I believe Ava's what, 4th generation?
Yeah, she's the 4th generation.
You know, Melo talks some shit, but because I don't know how long El Luchador's gonna be in the chat room if he's still there. El Luchador, I would like to have your opinion because you guys might have talked about this on Thursday. How did Tony fuck it up? How did Jon Moxley get the win over Swerve? Of all the things, I was watching the match, and to myself, I said, you know what? This is gonna probably be the first draw of the tournament. I was like, it's gonna be a draw. I'm gonna be upset because you know what? No one is doing anything that much. They're not going too extreme with this match. So I'm watching this match and they're giving me the countdowns like it's gonna be a draw. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a fucking draw. Next thing I know, fucking Jon Moxley win this match. I think I was irate. I think I almost cussed out the TV. And this is from a man who hated Swerve for a long time.
I would like to fast forward to 1 year ago where Eric is probably talking, where Eric is talking shit about Marcus Swerve ain't gonna be shit, and he never will be, and I hate him. I hate him and his stupid braids. I don't care if he swerves when he drives or if he's in the bathroom. I don't care where he swerves at.
Marcus, I'm man enough to admit as I eat this chicken nugget.
Oh no, I want to put Swerve when I drive to Liv Morgan's music now because
I swerve when I drive.
Marcus, I can admit this. I was wrong. I was.
Are you wrong about Athena?
No. Although I heard
the banger match, actually.
I heard she had a good match.
Oh, you watched it? You watched it, Billy?
I watched the match.
I heard she had a good match.
I watched that, and then I think I also want to watch the Battle of the Shapes.
I heard Keith Lee and Shane Thorne. Is that his name? Or Shane?
Go with Douglas.
It's Meat on Meat. Had a good match.
It's Taylor, but I wanted you to say Douglas. I really wanted you to say Shane Douglas. I want you to mix up your shades. So maybe like a few shades. Shane Douglas, Shane McMahon, and Shane Taylor.
I want you
to mix it up.
Mark, I was unable to catch your Thursday show. What was your take on Jon Moxley getting this win?
Eric, I was in the same venture of you. Except for I don't have chicken nuggets to eat, as I'm telling my description.
He's eating them whole.
That's about judgmental. I've eaten chicken nuggets whole before too, Manny. But the difference between me and Eric is that I chew my chicken nuggets.
He's just inhaling. He's inhaling them on camera. Fucking eating like Kirby. You
know what?
Oh no! I turned into a chicken nugget.
Fuck me being called Kirby twice in the same week. That's bullshit.
Oh damn!
Oh wait, who was the first time?
My other coworker called me Kirby. She called me Black Kirby. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh shit! She called you Black Kirby.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, Black Kirby.
Eric, that's too far. I feel like you should.
No, Manny, I've said worse things.
Manny, who you talking to?
Manny, I've said worse things. She's Chinese. I've said worse things. Come on, man.
He deserves this. He ain't shit. Manny, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. You know it, Manny. You worked with this man. He deserved to be called Black Kirby, and he deserves to be on his epitaph. It should be Eric Smith, aka the Black Kirby.
Can we have your opinion on how you was irate about Jon Moxley getting this win?
I thought it should have been a draw, like you said, but after going online and understanding the brackets, they get to redo this match. I think again.
What?
Because they're gonna be in the top of the round robin. It's the top two.
Yeah, I thought the winners go through and face each other. Winners of both groups face each other, and then we
no. I believe the top two in the cup face each other in the tournament. The final four, like a single limit. I think. But I could be wrong. I'm just going to lie. I don't actually know the rules to what did Eric call this earlier? The Communism Classic or something?
I don't know what, because you know I already had issues with the tournament because you know what match happened prior. You know what match happened prior. Poor Mark Briscoe was jobbed out again to Jay White, who was also killed. Like, I was like, why are we doing this to Mark? What we doing?
No,
man,
I don't understand why we had to see Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe.
I was like, Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe can't get the shit done. They need to go home.
Yeah, I don't know why they played a big deal out of, they could play spoiler. For what?
For who? You got to eliminate it. Go home.
Yeah, go home. Spend your time.
Were you okay with Jon Moxley winning?
No, because it was so obvious Swerve's shoulder was up, and then he also had his hand full of tights. If anything, if I don't see Swerve in Tony Khan's house next week, cutting a promo on something, I am going to be furious. It's a good thing we ain't doing the show next week.
So, man, I'll tell you this. Hold on. I'll tell you this right now. Damn this vacation. It's Swerve Strickland, and I want to put this on pen and paper. Shows up to Tony Khan's house in another home invasion. I am 100%. We're doing the show. We're doing the show because, there's one thing to invade Hangman Page's house, but to go and kill Nick Wayne and Buddy Wayne's house or whatever the hell they did with Aaron Fox, but to go into your boss's house and just start walking around and I don't know what and messing with Tony's toy collection, I guess, and his cocaine, that would be hilarious for me.
Can I tell you also that the ending had me laughing for all the wrong reasons? So, when the devil shows up with his crew and they end up choke slamming.
Wait, so you don't have any problem with the beginning of Detective Samoa Joe?
Matty, there's too much for me to talk about on this, but because I don't remember that part. But the point that made me laugh was that the fact that they choke slammed him on a car that the devil pulled up in. I was like, well, how he gonna leave the arena now? Because that's his car. like Taylor, everybody should know because that's his rental car that got the busted windshield. Like you done ruined your whole thing. Like I don't know. I laughed at that part.
If that segment went away, oh y'all not on the car. God damn, it's a rental.
Damn it,
it's a rental. That's real glass, ain't it? Oh shit. Oh god damn. How is the devil winning the segment with his hands on his hip going? God damn, they done bust my window.
It's week 25. Who's the devil? Eric, who's the devil?
It's still Adam Cole. Although this dude had wider shoulders.
He's too tall for him.
Do you think it's somebody else that Tony signed?
You know Adam Cole's only allowed the cars in the car seat at his size. Adam Cole can't see over the steering wheel, Eric. So he can't be the devil.
I did call Marcus, and I told Marcus, though, as I was watching AEW, there's only one person that takes fitness seriously, and that's Andrade. Andrade's still the only one in shape because when he was facing Brody King, which wasn't a bad match, but Brody was not as solid as he was when he first debuted. I was like, man.
He got that injury. He broke his hand. He couldn't do anything for a bit. But Andrade tried to get his baby back. And I ain't talking about Charlotte. I ain't talking about his role back in WWE. That's what he's trying to get.
He should have never left WWE. That's the worst part about it.
They weren't doing it. Vince had problems with him. Vince had problems. He coming back.
I know he coming back too. And this has been 3 weeks? I ain't got no Orange Cassidy. I just don't understand what's going on with this show.
No, Orange Cassidy will be on Collision tonight.
Yeah, with
I forgot who it was that showed up.
I saw the Sons.
Yeah.
No, but he
because he's teaming. Oh, they did that on Rampage that they're fighting with each other.
He's gonna have a title match on Collision tonight against somebody.
And there's no reason to say anything, but it was two bad things that just awful. It's like first and foremost, the Jericho that segment was bad.
That was horrible.
It was one of the worst segments I ever saw. But nothing as bad as the random, unannounced, that we just don't need the return of Riho again. And every time she returns, she fights the same fucking people. It's like
she fights for the title, Eric. I don't think she's ever had a match with Tony Storm. Hey, not Tony Storm. Who did she fight? Tony Storm was that next night.
I did see Roosh.
I'm just gonna say Nyla Rose and forget it.
I saw Roosh congratulate Dragon Lee. Is it true that they're really brothers? Roosh and Dragon Lee?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they are.
I thought it was Bandito that they were brothers.
They might.
I thought it was Penta. Brothers. I don't know where the mask. I thought it was Penta.
No, Penta's brothers with your other boy.
I know, but I thought he was Ray Phoenix and Penta's brother.
Who is not? Who? You know what? That's what Google's for. Who is Dragon Lee's brother?
And it finds out nobody. Keith Lee.
Yeah, it is Roosh.
Yeah,
it's Roosh.
Yeah. First of all, the Google search: Dragon Lee has another brother, William. First of all, is Roosh's name really William? Because if it's William,
the Google search is Dragon Lee and the 5 brothers, but I don't want to click on it because that may be something else.
Oh yeah, man, you click on that. Click on that.
I didn't get that one.
Let's have your girl go through your search history and be like, "Oh shit."
Dragon Lee versus the 5 brothers, 1978.
Oh, damn!
It's not porn.
What blaxploitation movie is this? Dragon Lee and the 5 brothers. That sounds like some
you guys
R&B group.
So Manny, do you think Roosh has regrets seeing how his brother's been treated in WWE going to AEW?
I mean, it seemed like it was going to be a good deal, but then I think when it came to Dragon Lee making the decision where to go, because I think there was also a chance of going to AEW. I think it was an interview with Conan where Conan said that he asked him, and then I think Conan told him to go the other way because of what they're doing to many of the stars that have been in AAA and stuff like that. Like Roosh, Dralistico, Gravity,
your boy Commander.
The one I named earlier, but I can't remember now.
Commander.
Bandito.
Do you think that WWE, especially on the NXT brand, is trying to incorporate a little bit more of the lucha style? Because I mean, it kind of feels that way.
I think what benefits NXT is they don't have
I'm late to the party, but Metaphor is my favorite group right now. I know you guys are there first.
No,
it's gone again. See, you need to stop cutting me off with random things.
He's in the middle of his stuff. At least I cut him off at the end of one of his stuff.
Marcus, I don't have that chemistry, man.
Let's talk about fishing. Marcus, did you hear about that fish?
Yeah.
That's what it's like, Eric. That's what it's like to be cut off by you.
The fish that likes to go into cans, that tuna.
Manny, I'm sorry that I cut you off. And I will not try to cut you off again on this episode.
That's bullshit. This show is built on cutting each other off.
It is.
I still don't know. In the middle of the cutoff, Eric posed a question. We never got Eric's idea who the devil is. Are you saying it's Dralistico?
No, I think it's Adam Cole, but I think they have different people in the suit. So because Adam Cole can't fill out a suit like everybody else.
He's on one leg.
I mean, because the thing about it, there's nobody else that deserves a title shot.
Eric, what do you think about theory of Tony Khan, or is this Manny's? I don't know whose it is anymore. But Tony Khan being the man under the mask, as in he needs to get that title away from MJF before his contract expires.
But everybody says MJF has signed a contract extension.
Not on television.
Not officially.
Yeah,
on television.
But is that something that keeps the audience engaged?
No. Tony Khan he's a student of the game. He may go with, I didn't screw MJF. MJF screwed MJF.
You said student of the game. What game is he watching?
Well, he's trying to be Steve Austin?
He's trying to be Vince. Why would you be Steve Austin?
We saw how that turned out.
Yeah, being Vince ain't the best thing to do in this time and age. I don't know. I'm just saying, it just seems like to me there's I don't know what they're doing in AEW, but I'm very confused by a lot of different things. I don't know who okayed the Kenny Omega segment. That just made
Kenny Omega's the boss. He's the EVP. It's Django. They in charge.
Yeah, but you would have thought, given it was those two, that segment would have been better. I can't put the blame on the other two.
No,
because they fulfilled their part. What was
happening. Yeah, they did their obligation of showing up and talking shit. Ricky came in his nice coat and turtleneck.
It felt like the other two, whatever Ricky Starks said to them, touched a nerve for both of them. That the whole promo went awry.
Well, Ricky Starks said what I felt. I mean, the Big Billy Starks, he's like, that felt flat.
Well, I don't know how accurate this is, but I guess Tony responded to the criticism that AEW did at the media scrum. He says to be AEW is to be under constant attack. You do a great show and the next day somebody's saying something negative. You do 5 great shows in a row, somebody's saying something negative. You break the ticket record for most tickets ever sold for any wrestling show in the history of the world.
Oh my God, everything come back to Wembley.
Has something bad to say about it. At this point, I don't worry about it. We just need to go out and do great shows week after week. We were the #1 show on cable this week. We beat every single show on TV on Wednesday out of hundreds and hundreds of shows across hundreds of networks. And we continue doing it. And everybody works here is going to be in a good position. This sounds like a Donald Trump quote to me. That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm going to say this. It's more coherent than Donald would say. Donald's all over the place when he be saying shit like that. And you get 1 or 2 sentences where it's like, that's the point he's making. But he'll also start talking about, look at Hillary or some shit.
No, but I'm just saying, to say that I'm not paying attention, but you can have all these specific points where people criticize your product and stuff like that. That tells me you're paying attention.
But in a fundamental statement, Eric, I agree with 100% of what this man is saying. However, 98% of what this man is saying. However, I believe he needs to take some of this criticism just to improve his show. WWE is criticized on a daily basis, maybe even hourly at this point, for anything they do. Roman's not here enough. CM Punk's going to destroy your locker room. oh, they can't find a network deal for Raw, or the video game sucks, or I'm just thinking of random things.
No, we get our own criticism. Like, we don't post a fucking show on Saturday in a timely manner. You know, we get our own criticism.
That's one person, Eric.
But that's Tony.
And you know who you are.
Wow, man. I woke Manny up and I went, hey, I ain't shit. Why am I such a troll?
But what I'm saying is that criticism comes with the line of work of entertainment. Of course, like, imagine a movie coming out. Imagine what Willy Wonka came out this weekend, right? That's the movie that came out this week. Imagine them coming out. Imagine that coming out without whatever criticism it's going to get. And of course, it's going to get criticism or praise. Everything comes with that.
Mark, when we lived through the Rebel, you remember that?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Rebel.
What? I side more with the Rebel these days than I would. Fuck him. His cup. But I'm just saying, like, criticism comes with it. Who cares? But take what you can out of it. Maybe it is constructive. Maybe it is destructive. But you can filter it out.
The thing with him, though, the constructive feedback he receives, or the criticism, he takes it too personal each time. Whereas, like, he doesn't look at it the other way and go, okay, let me look into that. If more people are saying the same thing, maybe you should make a change if it benefits you. Or because he looks at it as like he's starting to become Vince, where it's my way. If you don't like it, you don't like it, kind of thing. And if you've started to notice it a little bit more recently, where it's his show. It's not like other people are contributing. He's the head booker.
Yeah.
Did you see, like, the thing in the mid-card mess I was posted that had me dying laughing is when they had Shad Khan looking at it, it's like, so, Tony, where's all the money? But Dad, look at all these 5-star matches we got, which it made me laugh because
5-star matches don't buy you shit.
It don't buy you shit. Like,
no, and you're getting the 5 stars from Meltzer, who's clearly in the pocket.
Gotta be in the pocket, but he might not be in the pocket. Who knows?
But they out there. He's out there, just praising them and whatnot and all that. And Tony needs to realize that it ain't all great. You got. There's some improvements. Sure, you can go out there and have a really good match between Brody King and Andrade in this classic, but don't mean I care.
Manny, did you see the thing that was posted by your mid-card mess arch rival, Kerry, about WWE testing out this new speed concept of 5-minute matches? What the hell is that? Do we want to see?
I'm assuming that's a different TV show, just to get other people matches and stuff like that.
Maybe a TikTok show. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense because no one can pay attention for fucking 10 minutes these days.
I'm not going to even call this original concept anyway. 10-minute matches. Hell, that was considered an Iron Man match back in the Attitude Era when I was watching Retro. You get what, 2 or 3 minute matches?
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, you get the match.
Normally be a DQ within 30 seconds.
Yeah. How are the nations out of control again?
All right.
What Pat Patterson's got planned?
Good morning, good evening. May Hulk Hogan get dunked on by Steve Blake.
Oh! Here we go again with random obscure references. We brought up the Italian Soccer League on Thursday. Now we're back to the NBA references.
Why? Of all the teams to bring up.
Why not?
The Tony D of soccer. Man, you gotta let me know how FC 24 is, because I consider buying soccer for my
buy
Switch.
it on the Switch.
It's terrible. He said it's terrible.
Buy it on a console that can play next gen games like that.
Nah, I'm all. See, El Luchador came back. Swerve needs to win this tournament. Dude is riding a hell of a wave right now. I felt that Swerve should have went undefeated, in my opinion. I just really felt John Moxley should have never won. That's just mine. I don't. Are
they building to a Bryan Danielson versus Moxley again?
I don't know.
Why do they need to do that though? They shouldn't even be in this tournament. Should be only one of them.
Who should be in this tournament? I don't understand the barometer of this tournament. Is it mid card or is it heavyweight? Like
Marcus, the barometer, if you want to use the barometer, is
just that barometer.
We need to have matches to put on our show, and so let's just make a tournament to put these matches on our show. I mean, that's what it is. They're playing bingo. Because, like, for me, once You are mathematically eliminated. Wrestling for pride makes no sense to me. Just doesn't. Send them home. Jay Lethal, Briscoe, they done. They done. It's over.
You know what? I like this finish. You get two of my favorites going at it. I'm not gonna pay for it, but I understand this. I understand the concept of that match. I will watch it.
You're gonna be sat at home jizzing all over the TV watching this.
Manny, I respect my TV enough to not jizz on it. Okay, I will put the plastic up.
For the record, I will say the Seth Rollins CM Punk promo was actually very entertaining. I wish I knew where people went and found out where producer notes were at, because they said this segment had no producer, but it felt authentic. And I did like the way that Punk ended it. He says, hey, you got one opportunity to disrespect me. The next time prices will be paid. I'm like, if I'm Seth, I'm disrespecting his ass next Monday. I'm doing it.
Couch.
Yeah. I mean, he down there taking pictures with all the NXT women.
Just threatened a choking backstage. That's what he has just said.
But if he fight that WWE locker room, man, they're a lot bigger, because Seth towered over that man.
He was wearing high heels, Marcus.
Oh, it's also true. I forget about that.
No, that's just like if you look at the picture of Liv Morgan standing next to MJF, you're like, damn, Liv Morgan's almost the same height as MJF, but then you see the heels that she had on. It's like, oh, okay. Also, I will point out, shout out to WWE with the nice organic rise of Trick Williams. I feel like Trick has actually been moving up slowly and slowly. Is he ready to be in the spotlight? I don't know, but it feels good for him.
No, it happened quite fast. It was going quite steady. Then it spiked, because it was like
all of a sudden we got to do it.
Title for a week, like 3 days. Now I want the NXT title.
And Lucha Dark, I take that bet. $10
whole. You gonna pop it like that?
$10 whole.
Well, I wouldn't take that.
Alexander Hamilton's on the line.
Because if you win, it takes Marcus about 3 years before he pays you any money.
Shit. There we go.
Oh, what the fuck?
Damn. Did you guys hear that Blue Demon Jr. has announced that he's going to retire from pro wrestling?
It's been only 700 years.
And he's going to
why are you going into ETE deep cuts?
because even in the deep cuts, people know who Blue Demon Jr. is, right?
Yeah, no? Eric, the bigger question is, and I want this stated out right now, why is WWE Shohei Ohtani and MJF as if he didn't get the deal? Because they all showed up for the Iron Claw, but nobody from AEW showed up for the Iron Claw.
What the fuck is that about? Like, did they not get tickets?
Corbin showed up. Corbin showed up.
But then
Morgan, John Cena.
No, but the thing about Baron Corbin showing up was even more hilarious, because people were able to dig up history of Baron Corbin and MJF actually having a very cordial relationship on Twitter. Talk about, man, I'm glad to see that you got your money back. Like, literally playing along to the storylines and stuff like that. He's like, if you ever need anything, I got you. And I was like, when did this even happen? And why is Baron Corbin the guy that you send? Like,
I don't know were these invites only, or I don't know how they got their tickets, but the Andersons got tickets. In other random wrestling news, there was some Charlotte Flair out 9 months.
9 months, man.
What do you that fall?
You're having a baby. You're having a baby.
I don't think she's having it. I mean, this is a good time for Andrade to like put some of that woo energy in her. But
I mean, I think Andrade finally fell for the thirst traps that she was posting, because Charlotte had really stepped her picture game up for a minute. It was
wait, I'm talking about injury. The pregnancy is a lie, Eric. It's just 9 months. She hurt
that leg fucking around with Andrade. Like, it was bruised.
Eric, the video shows her falling her leg.
I did.
Yeah, but directly after that, what they didn't show was the bad moonsault she did to the outside.
Yeah. Well,
Keith Van Horn.
I don't know if that's her fault that moonsault went so bad. Like, I'm gonna do all the random basketball references. We're gonna do it. Jonathan Bender.
But he ain't even white, man.
He black. Oh, we're doing whites again.
Well, he threw out that guy. I mean,
Steve Blake.
You can't.
All right, guys, it's the end of the year for us. The last show of the year. Let's give out some awards.
Oh shit. Okay.
I go first. Ruby Soho is the worst wrestler in the history of wrestling.
Wow.
First.
That's not an award, Marcus.
Yeah, she won the Lifetime Achievement.
I don't know. I think I got the AEW Renegade Twins. They are terrible. Not only though, you see one of them, which is bad, and then you have to see the other one, which is just as bad, and you're like, oh.
No, let's do this properly. So, female wrestler of the year.
Hold on, can we name them after white basketball players?
No, we cannot.
The Steve Kerr Award goes to
female wrestler of the year. Manny, who would your female wrestler of the year be?
Just say the name, Manny, just the way I want you to say it. I don't even care if she is wrestler of the year.
Sheena! No, it's I'm gonna give it to Rhea Ripley, only because no one else in WWE has shined, and I can't give it to Toni Storm just for a gimmick.
I agree with Manny. I think Rhea Ripley is arguably she could actually be wrestler of the year, but I'm gonna go female wrestler of the year. Marcus, what about you?
I understand Rhea's on the top of her game, and she is a part of the Judgment Day that runs Monday Night Raw. But I am going to go with someone who had a late surge at the end of this year, and I'm going with Becky Lynch with the turnaround with her work in NXT and that really good last few months she's had. Turn it around. I like Rhea a lot. Rhea's had she had a classic with Charlotte at Mania, and that's it though. She really hasn't really did anything other than lead the Judgment Day. She hasn't really.
So, Eric, are you picking Rhea?
I kind of want to pick Rhea, but I think it's disrespectful because I think that the best division in women's wrestling by far was the women's division at NXT, and I don't know if Tiffy was really good, but I think they all worked so well together as a whole. Like they had some of the most entertaining segments.
The title to the division.
From Kalani, this is the year we found out who was black. I mean, this is amazing.
No, I think we found out who they were at the end of. No, was it?
It was Black History Month.
When we found out Black History Month, we found out.
It was like they had the poster. It was Kiana James, Sol Roca, and it was like I still don't know what happened to Kiana James' secretary. I don't know what happened to her.
I think she got injured on one of their live shows or something.
Never Xia Li with her comeback. I know she's gone right now, but Xia Li made a comeback.
Xia Li and Abaddon are the same wrestler in schedule.
No, man, don't put her with Abaddon.
No, Eric. So pick a actual best women's wrestler of the year, and then we'll do a best up and comer.
I think we all vote for Rhea, even though I think Becky deserves a shout out.
I'm gonna give it to Rhea. I think Rhea is and with an honorable mention going to EO. I like what EO did, despite not speaking English. But I'm going with Rhea. Rhea is my pick.
I love that English is a hindrance in talent.
So best female up and comer.
Marcus, you go first.
Oh, I didn't know you were throwing it at me. Well, up and comer. I mean, they put a lot of spotlight on her recently, and I'm just going this way because, I didn't know we were doing this and I'm prepared. But let's go with Kiana Jordan. Young, spry, 19-year-old out there doing flips and stuff. Let's go with that. You mean
Kiana?
What's her name?
James? Or
what's her name?
Kaylani Jordan or Kiana James?
The young one is Dave Cabello.
The one that won the breakout tournament, Marcus?
Kaylani Jordan.
Kalani Jordan.
Kalani, Mark. Get it right, Mark. Put respect on her name, man.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I said Kiana, huh?
Wasn't right.
Kiana Jordan.
Someone's going to have to fix that because you know what? As a wrestling fan, I can't take two names similar to each other. I'm in Vince McMahon mode. You just going by Jordan.
Eric, who you got?
That's the most Vince shit. You know that's true. You know that's true. Vince is in the ring. Fuck. What? Jordan.
Well, I would really love to pick B-Fab in this situation, but I'm not, just to make Manny mad, and he gonna mute me. But I think for me, Lyra Valkyrie, the current WWE NXT Women's Champion has really impressed me. I thought her little feud with Becky was pretty good. And I think that she brings a lot. Like, she's a good person to carry the title at the moment. I like Lyra. Manny?
I don't think Tiffany Stratton fits in this category this year because she's kind of been on the map for a bit. But she did get the NXT title this year and she did have a really good year. But I think I agree. I don't know. I think Kiana James has shown a lot of promise since the early days of the thirst trap for Nikita Lyons when she was the original person that got the clam slam. I think Kiana James is someone to watch for 2024.
I would agree with that one. Now, just staying in the female thing.
No, she reminds me of she reminds me of NXT's Natty. And this is not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. As in someone that can work with anybody.
Who is your biggest female disappointment this year?
Oh, whoa.
Like this.
Well, I gave my worst wrestler Ruby Soho.
That's not disappointment. I think that is.
If you guys want me to go first, I can.
Go first.
Gigi Dolan. I don't know. I thought I could get more from Gigi when Toxic Attraction broke up and she broke away from JC Jane, but then it just came to come out that she was just colored hair. Like there is really nothing. She's like, I hate to say this, Marcus. She's kind of like a more curvaceous Ruby Riott. Like right now. Like there's nothing to her.
Damn.
And it's sad. It's sad to me. Honorable mention. I should have put out Nia Jax's return. It's been epic. Don't forget about
that. That is a good up and comer return. That is a good return. I have candidates, but I think I've narrowed it down. I agree with Eric with Gigi Dolan. I think Shida is on that list, but that's merely due to booking.
Oh,
Shida.
But I think I will have to give it to Britt Baker.
Ooh.
She just fell off.
Yeah, this year's been rough.
Marcus, what about yourself?
Well, I just think that, if you want to do this disappointment award, which is, I guess, an added award, that I think if this was the Grammys, they would not have this award. And if it would be, it'd be an online award where they just wanted to talk shit about somebody. But I was going to agree with Alicia Dort.
Right.
How do you have a comeback from, neck surgery and all that? Basically the same injury where Edge is out and a lot of people and Christian's out because of, these big comebacks. And Saraya comes back and it's just like, I'm gone. Like, I'm not really doing anything. Like, I brought her in. She had maybe 2 or 3 matches. She said, this is my house like 7 times. And she had a faction. She was the world champion. And there is no traction or steam or anything behind her at all. She has to be the biggest disappointment. At least with Gigi, you know what? She's young. At least she got that going for her.
You'd have to have some money riding on this to be like, yeah, she's gonna do great things. I never thought that when she came back.
Well, it's not even about great things. It's just about proper use. Like, I feel like at least she'd be involved in something.
Can I tell you honestly?
She's kind of like the Hardys.
When WWE decided not to sign her to a contract when she became clear to wrestle, they didn't want to pay the price. At that point, it made me realize that maybe she's not where she should be at. You know what I mean? Like, it's like maybe it's not ideally where she needs to be at that point in her career. Now, moving forward,
Chris Kaman.
Who is your Rookie of the Year male wrestler? Like, who really took you off guard? Rookie of the Year, because we're going to do Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, Disappointment, and Best.
We're going to be here all
night.
Then
we've got to go Most Improved Female, and that's easily Nia Jax. I'm giving it to her straight away.
We gave her an award. I think we can all agree that Nia Jax gets that award.
Hold on. I'm gonna step on you guys' toes for just a minute. Because there has been no woman, and I feel like this is a category for her that has been more entertaining to me. On a consistent goddamn basis, and I'm going to say Chelsea Green, goddamn it. And I know I ain't no rookie, I know, but she's had one of the more entertaining characters on female characters in all of wrestling. Just great. Just a really good comeback year for her. She's the best re-signing of the Triple H re-signings.
Marcus, I think that's a fair argument. but I'm still not backing away from who I picked.
Sound camp.
Nia Jax.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Nia only been back for like a month.
That month has been impactful. All right. So
what, you want me to argue with you?
No.
You just pause.
Both I pick people to think. Marcus, you got to come up with a category. That's how it makes it work. What category do you want to pick for, Marcus?
Well, you picked like 8 of them, and then I guess most disappointment, and we stuck it. I'm jumping to the mid.
Okay.
I'm taking to the mid. I'm gonna pick the Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson Tag Team of the Year, and we're gonna keep naming white basketball players who work together. Who's your tag team? Male or female? Because I don't care about that category. I guess I shoot it to Eric.
Well, fuck, I don't know.
And if he don't say the right tag team, I'll be upset. Because I know who my tag team is. Deep thought. Just go with your boy Cody, man. And Jey Uso.
No!
And him being drunk in the press conference.
This has been a bad year for tag team wrestling.
It hasn't been the best, Brian. This is for both brands.
Yeah, been the best.
No, it seemed like we had potential to go somewhere, but it didn't seem like it really went much.
I don't want to pick them because they entertain me, but they really didn't do anything to be picked, and that would be pretty deadly. So let me go to AEW. Let me think, is there any tag team in AEW that I like? No.
You ain't gonna pick your guns?
My guns?
You don't even remember the Gun Club.
I do like them, but they really ain't did nothing. They just disappeared off of TV, man.
Again, it's been a rough year for tag team wrestling.
Shit. I think this one should go to vacant. Just like ain't nobody deserve this. Nobody.
Man, who you got? If Eric is decided to vacate,
I think this will go down as a faction, but I'm gonna go with the Metaphor.
Metaphor, yes, that's a good tag team.
Not really a tag team.
It's not really, but I'm giving it to the Metaphor.
They are more of a team. I mean, you can always go Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, and have a little short stint. But I am going to go with a different tag team, and I can't believe neither one of you pointed this team. This team has ran roughshod through all of South America. I am going in Latin America. I am choosing the Kings of the Ropes. The Untitled Mania Market Show holds the belt. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. For myself.
Technically, a
can't believe
legit
to see
answer.
that joke set
I think
up.
El Luchador is right. Adam Cole and MJF was actually a solid tag team for what they were, but we also knew that Adam Cole was going to eventually turn on MJF, and his injury.
He hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. His injury has really hindered a lot of different things.
And this is not taken away from like the proficient tag teams out there in the world. Like I could go at House of Glory to main event, but I feel like it's a 4 year. It's been a rough year for tag team wrestling.
I hope 2024
a lot of makeshift tag teams that rose to the occasion. Like the Creeds, I can pick the Creeds. They didn't do shit. They didn't win anything. They took months off.
I hope 2024 is a resurgence of tag team wrestling. I really
real
do.
tag teams. There's a lot of makeshift tag teams this year. Because you got Sammy and KO, which is a tag team. You got the Usos, they broke up. The New Day returned, whatever. The Brawling Brutes, they've only injured people. And it's only talking to you, Ridge, bastard. It's been rough.
Let's pick most improved wrestler.
The Christian Laettner Award. I like this.
I'm going to give it to Ivar.
Ooh. I feel like Ivar hasn't improved. He just dumped his partner, Eric.
Yeah, in so many ways. I would agree with Marcus in that situation. Like, I don't know if he got better. I just think that he now got an opportunity to wrestle. Technically, for me, my most
I'm still giving it to Ivar. Nah, I think he's been doing his thing. It's just been.
I didn't like
only
him.
Taken it to know. You've just noticed it.
It's TV actually noticing him now. It's Tony noticed them. Eric noticed them. They're actually letting him go and do stuff. Yeah, like I think his mic work haven't improved. I just think he's getting time to talk. That's the big thing with him. I'm okay with him getting the award. You know, why not? But
I know who my most disappointed person is. Shit.
Who? Well, yeah, another disappointments. I mean,
for the males, I think Swerve could arguably be the most improved, and I think you can make a strong argument he's been the wrestler of the year.
Ooh.
I think you really can make that strong argument. Because, like, you can argue the fact that Roman is doing the same thing Roman has done, and so scarcity is what makes Roman popular. Seth Rollins, he's a great wrestler, but he's kind of boring. Gunther, he's a great in-ring general, but his promo stuff is, you know, what he do. I'm just saying, like, Swerve is the one thing that you turn into AEW to watch, and that's what you need to have a company. Like, his feud with Adam Page was really entertaining. He went to a man's...
What award are we doing?
This is my Justified for Most Improved, and I also said that
Trick Williams.
Oh, Trick is a good
I don't think he's most improved.
Fuck, I could have went on.
We were seeing little progress of Trick all through the year, going like, I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
I don't think I've ever watched a Trick match and went, do you know what? He's trash.
He's right.
I think
he's right.
You always wanted to see little improvement, though.
No, but he's right.
We've always seen improvements every time. So we didn't see he would wrestle once every 3 weeks on NXT, and then each time you'd see improvements to him, and obviously him getting better and better on the mic. I don't necessarily. I would normally give this to award of someone of the likes of we've been disappointed with them, and they've really come around.
Let me give you who my worst wrestler of the year is. Hook, who had a lot of potential, and then next thing I don't know what happened to the kid. He just fizzled out.
We could say that about anyone they pump up on AEW.
Well, that also fits up Jack Perry, Powerhouse Hop, Takeshita.
But Marcus,
I would say Hobbs is probably. I like Hobbs, but I would say he's the biggest. He's probably my biggest disappointment of the year.
Marcus, if Jungle Boy got to use real glass, he would have been the wrestler of the year. I'm saying, you know.
He got choked out.
I think they could do so much with Hobbs, and they don't.
They don't, yeah. Like, Hobbs should be treated like WWE treats Bobby Lashley.
It's the same
I'm
way,
not trying to compare black people. I'm just talking about monster characters.
They could have done so much more with Miro, but they don't. Like, I don't understand what they do. Like, they refuse to promote their meaty guys in so many different ways.
Keith Lee's the best shit. Like, even Takeshita, he's a brilliant resident side. He does nothing now. Like, they're not using these people. Like, I don't know what happened with the Callis family. That it seemed like that was a focal point to do, and then all of a sudden that's just pushed to the side.
Yeah, the problem with Takeshita was he beat Kenny Omega twice in a month, or like in the space of 2 weeks, and now he's just a bodyguard. Even if they get on TV, what's the point?
Yeah,
I mean,
yep. And the listener said he should have been in the Continental Classic.
Like the people that they have, like, why did Jay Lethal get in there before Takeshita? Makes no sense. Why did Mark Briscoe get in there before? Yeah, because I guess you had to have people in there who had to lose. I don't know, and I think that's one of my going forward next year. I just hope that a lot of things that they do will try to make more sense or be more logical.
Okay. Let's stay focused on the awards. Let's not go into a rant with everything wrong AEW and WWE.
Are we just going wrestler of the year?
Is that where we're at?
I don't know.
Manny hasn't picked the award yet. Pick your white basketball player award, Manny.
Is Logan Paul award?
Have a white basketball. But to break things up a bit, I have. What do you think the top worst video on this channel was of 2023?
I'm sure it was something either Saturday or ETE related.
It's probably a Saturday show. What?
With 10 views.
The Bobby Hurley
Impact
Award
Wrestling
goes to
No Surrender, ETE.
Oh, okay. It happens.
Bad bitches have bad days too.
Yeah. So, what was the argument with that, man?
And then our best video.
Sure,
and I can't even consider it a video. Was the short I put out of original content of disliking a natty match. But if we're going for an actual long video, it was a SummerSlam watch along of 780.
Damn
just
right,
some statistics for everyone.
So this thing, because since we're going for an hour 30 minutes, we might as well. Who's your wrestler of the year, Manny? Who is your guy that put the butter on your toast, was the peanut butter to your jelly, your chocolate to your cake, your dipping sauce to your chicken tendies?
Pass.
Marcus, who was your pepperoni to your pizza, your broth to your ramen,
my jalapeno
to your popper?
Yeah. Well, again, there's a lot of good candidates out there. But I am going to say this, even though there's some stuff that I'm not a fan of his, but there's stuff that works very well. I'm going to pick MJF for just overall just carrying AEW for the entire year and having really good matches. Some of them okay. Decent storyline, and he's followed it all the way. I'm going with MJF.
Manny?
I think it is MJF, but I want to give a shout out to the tree that died this year.
That death is not made.
But I think it is MJF. I think he has carried a company on his back, and it shows that it's still kind of working even without all the parts still there, that he is the guy. And I hope the rumors are true that he has resigned, because I think they would be lost without him. They can lose a Kenny, they can lose an EVP here or there, but if they lose MJF, I think you really run the risk of why am I watching this?
I think I'm going to do this because controversy creates cash. I think the wrestler of the year, and he did not even have many wrestling matches, but he broke multiple companies' records by real glass and stuff like that. He broke thing. I think CM Punk might be the most talked about individual that had this year. He had a year of all years. I mean, from the presser to the choking people to people getting bit. I mean, come on, to coming back to WWE, talking about he's home now, to starting a feud going into next year with Seth Rollins. It's hard to argue that Punk was probably the most talked about name this year in professional wrestling. As for best wrestler, it's probably Gunther. I think Gunther has some of the most best matches overall, but his personality is a little lacking.
I'm okay with Gunther winning. There's some people I'm okay with.
Logan Paul could be mentioned.
This is the Kelly Olynyk Awards, I like to call it. Oh. I can't believe that man's still. I think he's still in the league, right?
Yes, he is, Marcus. He plays in Charlotte.
Yeah. Oh, no one watches that. But I think wrestler of the year, it's really up there. It's Swerve had a really good year. MJF, good year. Bryan Danielson has some really good matches, but he's injured most of the time. CM Punk, I cannot give. I give him the news headline of the year. I give him the news.
You can't create an award for him.
I'm not going to give him wrestler of the year just because he's spoken about and negatively all year. Cody's had a good year. And Roman still loops. Rhea out there in them streets.
I mean, Christian Cage has an honorable mention. He was out there taking.
No, and Christian, come on, yeah. Christian's a
good story. I don't necessarily care about the matches.
I think he's the best promo out there right now.
Yeah,
honestly, I honestly can't wait for when Christian says something about somebody's dead dad and whatnot.
You know what's funny? Now that I think about it, you know who was on track to be tag team of the year, but then they just got derailed by whatever? The Acclaim. The Acclaim was actually having a very good tag team year, and then somehow Tony lost interest.
Last year.
They disappeared. Then they became the trios champion. It was like they lost that momentum.
Can I add House of Black to the disappointments of the year because they don't really do anything? And Julia Hart should be mentioned in Most Improved. I forgot about Julia.
Yeah, she really can't wrestle, man. She's like,
you know what? She's improved.
Most Improved. Also, we have to give a special mention to Shinsuke, who has a resurgence since he knew about Seth's back, because he wasn't doing shit.
Manny, he had a resurgence because Triple H took over and said, you know what? Let's let people speak Japanese. We could do subtitles. And I can I tell you, I appreciate the subtitle era of professional wrestling because I think it's great because now we can let Mexican superstars be great. We can let Japanese superstars. We still don't know what's going on with Boa and Dante Chin. One day we're going to find out. I don't know when we're going to find out, but we're going to find out what Boa and Dante Chin was cooking up.
Okay, so let's get into our meat potatoes. What's the best wrestling match of the year? I know, Eric, you're not a huge fan. I know, Eric, you're
doing pay-per-view.
I'm doing all. Just grand total. I know, Eric, you're not a fan of the matches. You're more into the drama.
Which was good, what made me happy or not.
So one of them got stick in your head. Okay.
I've got two. So pay-per-view match of the year, I'm going to give to the first Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. I didn't like the second one because that had Don Callis interference, so that kind of took away from me. Even though most people will say the second one is better. But TV match of the year, I'm going to give it to Gunther versus Chad Gable because that match was incredible.
I didn't know we were separating them into TV matches. But,
the thing is, I feel like Gunther versus Chad Gable is going to get overlooked because there's so many good pay-per-view matches.
If I'm correct, MJF and Bryan Danielson had the Iron Man match this year, right?
Yeah.
That's one of my matches. Dragunov and Dijak tried to kill each other on NXT earlier this year as well. I can't remember the actual name of the PLE. Honorable mention, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest was just a spectacle of matches to watch.
Yep.
Rhea Charlotte, the tag team match. WrestleMania has some hits on there. Rhea Charlotte,
The triple threat. Really good... The triple threat. Gunther, Drew, Sheamus was good.
Yep. Even the Logan Paul matches were good this year.
Well, you've got to put Adam Page and Swerve on there.
Adam Page Swerve was
Swerve was a really good match. Very hard for me to watch live, but a very good match.
You know what? Jake Blood got hit with a
Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. As I'm going through this list that people compiled, people forgot about the match. That was a very intense match that started the year off because that's what Sami had left. It was a lot of shit going on in that match.
Yeah, but if I wanted to overshadow all of this, as I put it, I think in one of the comments, so what is your favorite moment of the year? I don't think there's a single moment this year. And I know there's been great matches and segments and character rise up, but I don't think there was nothing that was as beautiful as watching the Bloodline break up at the Royal Rumble with the Sami, Roman, KO,
everything that
the chair shot, the flowers, the Jay separation, the Jimmy super kicks. What's going on?
I'm going to do this now.
That's probably the most amazing segment of the year. I don't think wrestling has ever got that perfect.
I agree with this list. It is a match that I saw live, and I think I think the best match that I saw this year took place on WrestleMania 39 on Sunday. It was the triple threat match between Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Gunther. That was such a hard-hitting match. I loved every aspect of that match when I watched that match live because I think that was even when Marcus had to fight the guy behind him. I really enjoyed that match.
Oh, yeah. Do you know? I find it difficult to give it only because I watched it on TV, and the person that really ruined that match was having Titus on commentary.
Oh shit! I didn't know Titus was on commentary.
Titus was on commentary, and then he really made it. It would be like if we put one of us on the announce desk. Whereas we're having fun, but it takes away from it.
I might as well go through this list real quick that I did search for it. It was from Sportster.com. Number 13, Manny, of their match. They agree with you. Gunther versus Chad Gable. So a TV match made the card. No, number 12, Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus.
You know what? That's underrated. Trish versus Becky.
And by the way,
those are really good matches.
You can tell these are all WWE matches, unfortunately. Number 11, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day at Payback 2023. Number 10,
remember that one.
Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo, Money in the Bank.
I like that for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put it up there with match of the year.
Number 9, Gunther versus Kevin Owens for Monday Night Raw in June.
That happened?
Yeah. Number 8, Kevin Owens and Sami versus Roman and Solo, Night of Champions. Number 7, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Elimination Chamber. Number 6, Bianca Belair versus Io, Backlash. Number 5, Marcus, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest.
I'm telling you, that match is underrated. Just the spectacle of it. I'm a showman.
Number 4, United States Championship Elimination Chamber match at Elimination Chamber. Number 3, Charlotte versus Rhea, WrestleMania on Saturday.
Yeah.
Number 2, Usos, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39, which was a very good tag match. And number 1, Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. But
now, what would you consider the show of the year? I think WrestleMania 39. Maybe I'm biased because I was there.
I think WrestleMania 39 is biased to me because Cody did not finish his story, and that's been the longest running joke of this year. How is Cody going to finish his story?
And I thought WrestleMania.
But which show? You can't bounce them together. You have to go with night 1 or night 2.
It's one show. WrestleMania is one show. It's just one
night. It's 2 nights. If it's one show, you're there for 8 hours. No, you're there for 8 hours.
Night 1 did. Night one.
El Luchador says All In.
All In was big.
Nah, All In was not good. If you look deep down at it, All In wasn't as good as people like to think it is. There was a lot of people there, but it was not that good. The build was bad. It was built on tag matches to get as many people on the card. I felt a bit cheaped out in the sense that you gave the American audience Kenny Omega versus Takeshita. I got Kenny Omega in a fucking trios match. It's not getting show of the. It's not even coming close to show of the year.
So I want to go to what culture, which is like maybe the red competition.
What was the main event for All In? Was it MJF versus
MJF and Adam Cole?
So
MJF Adam Cole.
This is their top 10 matches. Number 10, Kenny Omega versus El Hijo del Vicano.
Get out of here! That wasn't that good.
Okay, that's number 10.
Man, he's on a warpath.
Number 9, Charlotte versus Rhea, WrestleMania 39. I might need to go back and watch that because that's high on 2, both same lists.
I told you, you were there. It was a really good match.
Shit! I remember this match. This match was actually a lot better. It took place on Monday Night Raw on July 17th. Viking Raiders versus Alpha Academy. That was actually a really entertaining match.
Is this the Vikings rules match? That's a little. I feel like it's a little high for wrestling.
I think that's a little high for those two.
Number 8.
Someone made a hot take with that one.
Number 7, the Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club at Double or Nothing. I don't remember that match.
We were at Double or Nothing.
Oh, that was the audience thing. Number 6, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus. Now we get to their top 5. Top 5. Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Forbidden Door. Is that the first one or the second one, Maddie?
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
All right.
They both were really good. I don't know which one.
Wrestle Kingdom one was
Wrestle Kingdom one was amazing.
Marcus, I'm
surprised Kenny's alive. Kenny's alive.
Marcus, I'm surprised you didn't mention this match though, because I know how much of a fan you are of him, and you were happy to see somebody step up. Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks.
On Collision, that wasn't that good.
That wasn't my favorite. That wasn't my favorite Bryan Danielson match of the year, though. Okay. like he fought MJF and had a match. Zack Sabre Jr. had a match.
He had a banger with Zack Sabre Jr. We didn't even mention that.
I think he had a banger with Swerve.
MJF versus Bryan Danielson is number 3 on their list.
Actually, Oh.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait,
number 2. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. So, Betty, they agree that the match at Wrestle Kingdom was better.
That match
was a better match because it didn't have any interference or anything. It was just 2 dudes going at it.
Right, that was the difference.
And number 1, Bryan Danielson against the guy who I just didn't understand, Zack Sabre Jr. That's what culture.
See, do you know what? The problem with this was that was a good match, but it was placed in the middle of the card. I think Swerve and Adam Page just had a match prior to that, and it just didn't have enough time to. You didn't have enough time to rest to go and watch that.
But I would like to honorable mentions just on my own personal list. Orange Cassidy versus Swerve and some random week this year. I don't remember on what Dynamite it was. But for the international title was a really good match where I thought Swerve should have took it. And I know we already brought up Hangman versus Swerve on with the death match or whatever, but they had a really good just regular singles match as well, and Swerve and Hangman won. So just really solid matches.
I feel like it was a good year for wrestling.
Yeah, there was a lot of good matches out there.
Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. I don't remember that match.
No, it couldn't have been Randy Orton this year. He's been out 18 months.
Yeah.
Randy Orton didn't have a match this year. I can't actually make sense of this.
Who can bring someone to return at the Royal Rumble at debut, but you have to send 3 WWE. Who is it?
Don't understand.
I believe it's who's going to return at the Royal Rumble, and it has to be people you set signed into WWE.
Who's going to come back? Big E.
That's my interpretation.
Big E.
What big return do you want to see?
Big E.
Oh, Big E would just.
Yeah, Big E.
That might be emotional.
I feel like Big E is going because we haven't heard
no cry on the Royal Rumble if he comes back.
Like you have to understand, there's been not one medical update on Big E, and they were keeping us up. You haven't seen him. No one is mentioning him. If you want to talk about the fucking Edge moment of the Royal Rumble, like when Edge came back, you remember that moment? If the music played for the dude, like if he says his catch, like everybody's gonna go fucking crazy. Just it was out of control.
I think that's gonna get like just a range of emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, Lesnar's always gonna come back.
I kind of want Lesnar Gunther for I do. I don't know why I want it. I don't want Lesnar to win. But I want the match to happen.
So considering it's January, Okada's venturing out and has the potential to show up in the Rumble, Eric, if you hear the coin flip before he come out, how would you react?
I don't know if you do Okada at the Rumble.
I think you have to do it at the Rumble.
We do the Rumble. That's where your most hard
going. If you do it on Raw, SmackDown, or anything else, I think we're just going to be like,
The only way, the one way that you do it on the Rumble, because you have to have my match at Nakamura. Oh my God, this is Nakamura's arch nemesis from a long time ago. Like, you built that shit up. Like, I can actually see it happen though.
There's also potential of, everybody's favorite Snake making her epic return at the Rumble as well. You'll probably get a big reaction, but
I would rather have Big E. I'd rather have Big E. I think for me,
of course you can have multiple, Eric. You don't have to have one.
Man. Nah,
you can't just have one. You can take Sasha and Big E. Of course, I'm taking Big E.
I want Big E. I love me some Big E, but that doesn't take away from the fact that if the Snake came back, and we're talking about Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, people, if you don't know who we're talking about by now, I think that's still going to do huge in terms of like all their social returns and everything of like, oh, she's back and whatnot. I think it's going to be huge. I think it adds to the story of Bayley being pushed out of all this of Damage Control and everything. It makes sense.
Do you think they're going to do what they did in previous years and ask the Impact women to just be like, hey, you want to come over for a show? Like they were like, Mickie James and Trinity, you guys want to come over?
I feel like they'll ask Mickie James.
Yeah, of course they will. I mean, Nick Aldis works there now. I mean, you can ask her.
You can ask her. She got name dropped on Raw by CM Punk.
I don't. You know what? I prefer heel Shinsuke Nakamura. I like evil Nakamura. I don't like babyface Nakamura.
I know about your back. That's the video package.
I sent that to someone so menacingly yesterday. Just a screenshot of
Manny,
I know about your back.
Manny, I will agree with you because Marcus seemed perplexed. You're correct. Listen to the Nakamura promo package. It was very creepy. It kind of, off-putting if he was in a dark room. I don't get why Marcus didn't understand that. It's just
I didn't get it. I just read it, saw it, and I thought it was cool animation.
No, because you don't go into you don't often talk about going into your mind prison. Me and Eric sometimes do, and then when those voices of self-doubt come get you, they're bad, man. They can send you down the downward spiral.
Man, you be having a wrestling match for your life. As soon as you think you got it, you in a match with the Undertaker.
Guys, I'm changing my most improved wrestler. I'm changing it. I'm going to give it to Dominic Mysterio. That man has improved leaps and bounds from where he was at.
Who
starting at 39 from his entrance.
The question I have for you: can you remember who you gave the award to first?
No.
Exactly.
I don't think I did.
You gave it to Trick.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to give it to Dominic instead. Dominic is
the longer that mullet grew, more evil Dominic got.
Yeah, and it's like he was getting the character previously in the last year or whatever, Thanksgiving holidays, but I thought his in-ring got a lot better. Like it's more crisp, and like you can trust him out there by himself when he has to like wrestle more this year.
Yeah, hey, Tony Khan, can you do me a favor? I need Tony Khan. I just need you to release Christian Cage for 5 days just so he can be signed to WWE, just so he can talk shit about Rey Mysterio being a bad father to Dominic. I would love that. Like,
and then you can talk about dads and shit. He can continue to go.
Anyway, I think we've talked enough. We've been on for an hour 45 minutes of an impromptu, unorganized Sharpie award. We hope you guys have a great New Year, Christmas, all the things that you celebrate. We hope you guys can get by without us. Of course, as Marcus said,
there's still going to be stuff. There's going to still be stuff.
But as Marcus said,
Manny, what kind of stuff?
As Marcus said, if something happened, oh Jesus, Manny. If something happened, I forgot what you said had to happen.
I already know the best of December. I'm sorry, Eric, to cut your train of thought, but
it's okay.
We posted a bikini photo earlier, I think, the other day, where I was like, that's gonna be Manny's thumbnail for no reason.
Well, so if for some reason Swerve ends up in Tony Khan's house, cutting a promo, I'm going to extend it to if he even confronts Tony Khan. I feel like me and Marcus are going to be back this Thursday at the usual time.
We're back, guys. I'm saying that these are circumstances that we come back early. CM Punk chokes somebody in the back. Or, an altercation. Swerve invades Tony Khan's house. Or Eric randomly saves goatee.
What does a shout out mean, Shadow Hyvee?
Just shout out.
Is that a shout out that I just said?
Shout out, Weeby.
Hey, you know what? Let's do something even more because this person might be new. They don't know how powerful this is. AJ Styles, Bobby Roode for the last of 2023, the Shadow Hyvee. There we go.
Or we could do the Manny and I forgot who it was already. Who did he say?
Oh, the hand up.
Yeah. Manny.
Do we still have it?
No, but I can just dab you. Right, y'all. Right on.
No, we don't have that video.
Gave me the pause.
We don't have that video anymore. But...
Tony Khan will pay for his crimes.
I don't know. It looked like he was being raped. I
know. That video's wild.
Wait, what's this one?
Finish the story.
What's that? Ready?
We have it.
Have you added videos and you don't even know what you added?
Yeah, because the only one I know there's two on there that I question why that's still there. We've got the big Ross man.
Oi, like the video, you fools.
MVP goes out here, Marcus, right here.
Best running girl gonna eat.
You raggedy bitch.
Betty,
you know what? How come we didn't use that when he started giving fines out?
My question for you: which one did you use more? This one this year, or this one this year?
I think we still use Shock Pikachu more, but I feel like this is what you get more than anything.
And honestly, let's be real: we can never forget about this. This is
all this.
Or this.
Or this. Oh, that's not the one I was trying to select.
And we always remember this.
Never forget Damien Demento.
Or this.
We've all had bad days.
No, Manny's head is so weird.
But Marcus' expression is this what makes me laugh because I don't know why Manny looks like Hector.
Oh That's old school Manny photo.
Oh, shout out to these guys for buying shirts and wearing them. I don't know what this is.
That's the time Rey Mysterio met John DeGrisham.
No, that's Rey Mysterio meeting Levi is what which Marcus said at some point.
Or this.
Sign us. Sign us.
I can honestly say.
Do you know what? Actually, Wrestler of the Year, or member of the show of the year is the podcast sweater.
Oh yeah. These are the three guys that are presenting the Sharpshooters Award for the most memorable thing.
The only member is you.
We're here to announce the winner, the podcast sweater.
By the way, fuck Tony Khan for never giving us a finish to that storyline. What the flying fuck? Why? Swerve and Keith Lee had a feud that was supposed to be settled and like All In or some shit, and they kept postponing when that was gonna finish, and we never got a finish. We never got the breakup. Now that Swerve has traction and Keith Lee's lost weight, can we get a finish? Can we get a finish?
Man.
If this video gets 20 million likes, Eric will shave off his beard.
If it got 20 million likes, I would let the goatee go, man. I ain't gonna lie, I would. That's
20
like
million likes.
Shit, because I don't even think real videos get 20 million likes. Shit, I would go, man, if it got 2,000 likes, I would start the new year without a goatee.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck, that's dangerous. No, because we do have 17 subscribers. Might be some people who would just fuck us over. But no, I strike that from the record. I'm a hypocrite. Cannot take that. Cannot take that bet. Because first of all, people would have to make it this far of the show, too.
It's just a tough cut.
All right. But anyway, guys, I'm Eric.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
And I am Marcus the Grand Finale. Tune in next time where CM Punk attacks the locker room, Eric shaves his goatee, and becomes the other stipulation was.
All I ask you guys to do is stay sharp until 2024.
Twerk involves Tony Khan's
so you can cut somebody.
And make sure you watch all the content over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't forget, Manny worked very hard on it. Praise Manny.
The best revenge is going to live longer than your enemies. Let's go.
And also, this might be the last time you guys see us drop the bomb.
Should have been a long time ago. It's been a lot of war going on.
Well, if somebody would ever make an opening graphic for our show.
Hey, you know what? Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
I'm just saying.
This is the most successful year we've ever had in the Sharpie fandom. Shout out thanks to Manny and these shorts and all that shit that's been going on. So let's not take the graphics.
You remember that happened to you that one time, Marcus? You made a rant. We just ended the show. We didn't end it that time, but I just want you to feel what it felt like last time. I remember that moment. That was a great moment for me.
Well,
also the moment when I banned Levi.
Say goodbye.
When he couldn't say goodbye and it went on for 3 weeks. But it was this year when Eric made me very much aware of the podcast well. And if you watch closely of the best of September, October, November, and December, the only change that Marcus will have is on these 2 episodes from Thursday and Saturday, where he's wearing a Christmas sweater.
It's like this man losing.
So, Mark, are you gonna buy you? Man, damn! I should buy you a new podcast sweater, just a new color to change it up for the new year.
Man, maybe
you can't go into 2024 wearing maroon. You just can't.
Why? It's the year of the dragon.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be the year.
Fuck all the kids that get born in the dragon year.
Yeah, I know, man. That's the year everybody plans for.
They gonna be just crackheads and wannabes. Anyway,
is that Cisco reference? Is that Cisco reference to his album, Year of the Dragon?
What year were you born in?
I don't know what Eric was. I'm the year of the rat, for sure.
Fucking year of the monkey.
So unfortunate. I'm the year of the lion or the tiger.
Oh, fuck you, Manny.
Or the tiger? You can't pick both.
I don't know which one it is.
I was born the year of the Keto Lions.
Hey, Marcus, can I ask a question? Why didn't you acknowledge Gordon Hayward, Marcus? Just acknowledge him, Marcus. You know who he is. He put it on you, baby. Gordon Hayward, Marcus. Yeah.
I don't recall anybody with that name.
We ain't going to even be able to say this because we're going to be on break. But I want to thank everyone because we will have reached 17,000 subscribers
that's confidence.
We're like 6 away. We gained like a minute.
Yeah, we're on 16,969, and we'll probably hit that number tonight. We want to thank everyone jumping on board because this time last year we were only on like 300 subscribers.
Yeah, it was a boom period of WrestleMania with WrestleMania Save the Show channel.
Yeah, the show really boomed around April, and all these views and stuff started coming in. So thank you, everyone.
More reasons why Rhea Ripley should be Wrestler of the Year because she saved the channel.
You know what? That's it. She's had more thumbnails and what you call it to anybody.
Well, she only had more thumbnails because Nikita Lyons got injured.
Alexa Bliss went out as well.
I expect Nikita Lyons to have a good comeback next year, 2024. Look at that man's face. He tells me, right? I see it.
Mandy was fired.
My views. You're talking about my meal tickets right there.
Yeah, how many meal tickets have problems?
All right, people. Like I said, this time for real, I'm going to hit the bomb. You guys stay sharp once I find the bomb. And
you just used it.
Fuck you, Marcus.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.